This has ever happened since I know personally this never happened since I've been coaching in Washington. To have rugby celebrities, professionals come out onto our field and talk to us. Now it's Pate? Ali Pate, he plays center for the USA team. And yeah, so let's, hey. That's a tough thing to do, especially in this country with all the things, all the obstacles. And no telling what his sacrifice has been just to be able to go out and play for the U.S. team. Our club has had, that I can count, over 35 youths go to the U.S. team over the years. Players and boys and girls, captain the teams and that kind of stuff. That's cool. Too, that's exactly right. And I'd like to introduce to you probably one of the most well-known rugby players ever to play. Very famous, very prolific scorer in sevens as well as 15s, and he's played all over the world, and he's here in this country trying to promote the sport to us and help us, and especially in the Northwest. And he's also promoting a new line of rugby gear and camps, if I'm correct. Yeah. And I'm gonna let him talk. But his name is Serevi, and he's been playing for how many years?
I did 21 years for international rugby.
21 years of international rugby. That's almost unheard of. But anyway, let's get him. Kent Crusaders.
Kent Crusaders, the coach and the players that are here, I don't want to take a lot of your time. As soon as we hit the ground, we don't want a lot of talking. We just want to keep doing our stuff. So it's an honor and privilege for me to be here with Pate. He's representing the country, preparing for the World Cup, which is in September. So
excited about that.
We should give a hand again. Representing all of us that are in the land, and I want to thank him too for giving his time to come and help out in training. Things that you are doing, we're trying to come out and try and get it better, so that the coaches don't yell the same stuff for all the training session. And I want to thank him and my mates here that we are together. We form a company which is Serevi Rugby Nation. I don't know whether my friend will say what we are trying to do. We are trying to develop rugby in this Northwest region, trying to help develop youth rugby and collegiate level and international level. So we just came here. I played for Fiji from 1989 until 2009. That was at international level. Nearly 21 years for Fiji, winning 2 World Cups for Fiji. And a couple of World Cups. I played in about 8 World Cups. That means 4 World Cup 7s and 4 World Cup 15s rugby. So yeah, I've done for the last couple of years and doing a lot of things for Fiji. And I've been playing rugby in a lot of countries. I went to Japan. If none of you know rugby teams in Japan, I played for rugby in Japan for 5 years, from 1992 to 97. Then went to England for Leicester Tigers in England from 1997 to 98 to 99. Then I went to France, Monemassan. Then I went back to England. So a lot of time I'm normally not at home in Fiji. I'm here and there doing rugby. And if it was not for rugby, I wouldn't be here again today. Rugby has given me a lot of things, and it's now my time to give back to rugby, especially people that are here today who want to go to another level and have fun while playing rugby. So we are here today just to try and help you. We come from a small country and we've achieved a lot of things despite not even 1 million people in the country. We've been in a couple of World Cups, but we know we can achieve it through believe in yourself, have faith in yourself, have confidence, attitude. So that is what have made and a lot of sacrifice. Here in the United States, you have a lot of opportunities. We are here too to try and rugby is in the Olympics. 2016 rugby sevens is in the Olympics. That's why we are here to try and help make up US rugby sevens team, try and get young players to get involved in rugby. And you know, it's a new sport. American football is there. Rugby union, I think it's another way. We're not here to compete against American football. We wish them well. People that are not involved in American football, this is another opportunity for you to represent your country. Especially, we don't know. We don't know. Maybe one of you guys will be there playing for the US Rugby, say, 7th team or 15th team in a couple of years' time. And maybe to the Olympics in 2016. I think with those few words, we would like to wish you all the hope you will enjoy what little stuff that we'll bring today.
You know, it's interesting that you say that. You know, the sacrifice that you talk about here, it's about money and time. You know, and I'm sure it's the same everywhere.
Yeah.
But we have kids here making decisions. We have an international rugby tournament that we have a chance to go to in March, and there's some kids right now making a decision if they're going to go or not. And I'm trying to get them to understand, but it's hard if they've never been. And so, I mean, I don't know if you have anything to add to that, but I mean, we're trying to get them to say, because it means setting some time aside or some things aside just to go and experience it.
Yes, I think a lot of, as I said, nothing comes easier in life. Everything you have to work hard. I think if I look back at when I started playing rugby, I wanted to buy a rugby boot just to make it easier. To get a rugby boot so that you can play, so I can use to come and play. Then mom and dad cannot afford it. So I have to try and find a way, because I come from not that well.
Sure.
I come from a very poor family, and but I have to try and find a way to try and get my rugby boots. What I do was like, I collect beer bottles, try to fundraise for my own self. So I fundraise for my own things that I want, rugby shorts and some t-shirts, cut the grass, and then wait for infeed.
With two beautiful children, but I love rugby. I was telling you, coach, I got excited when I came and I saw this many kids, because this is a rare sight. You know, I played around the U.S. I played in Ireland for a little bit. That's why I love the weather here in Seattle, because it's just like Ireland. But like your coach said, there's a few things that we'll be doing with the Serevi, and one of it is we'll be doing camps to enable you to teach you some skills. I've met a lot of rugby players that are older, and one of the things they always say is, dang it, I wish I knew this when I was younger. Like me and Serevi and some other players, we're fortunate enough growing up in a country where they had rugby. We learned a lot of the basic skills and a lot of the other skills, and I think that's what your coach is trying to do, is help teach you some things. And at the camp that we'll be having, we'll teach you a lot of the basic skills that will enable you to be better than other players. Rugby is a simple game if you do it right, you know. Your coach probably says this, it's a simple game. A lot of things require, you can get fancy, but once you get to all the simple things down, it'll be good. Serevi can attest to this, but I remember I played in Ireland for professionally, and my very first team practice, I was nervous, because I went to school at BYU, and the American way of doing rugby, I was really nervous because I was scared. I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking, oh, they're gonna do some drills that I can't, do, or something magical, So I showed up early, like an hour early to practice. I was getting myself ready, and then when practice started, I was like, okay, just be calm. You're the American kid, coming from America. People are gonna look down at you, and all this stuff. Just be calm. And then one thing I noticed was the practices were very simple. Everything they did was the basics, but they did it over and over and over and over and over. So that once you get the basics down, you'll be able to move on to the next level and do things that are, pretty fancy. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just a little drill that we'll be teaching at the camp. How many of us love to kick the rugby ball? Love to kick the rugby ball. Okay. This is a drill that you can do when you come early and stuff. If you have a rugby ball in hand, can I use you real quick? Just stand right there. This is one way that you can learn to kick a rugby ball and maintain your balance, all right? So, I don't know, you might have done this already, but this is what I do. My first cap, or first game I played for the US was, I played 10. Because I'm usually a center, but the fly half got injured, all of them. So they pushed me into fly half position against Ireland, and it was, I almost threw up before the game. I was so nervous. because I never played fly half at the international position, and everybody knows it's different. But one of the things you do is you get your balance right here, and then if you're right-footed, you put your foot up this way, point the ball down in front of you, and then you just kick right there, back and forth. So you find someone.
Point it now.
Yeah, there you go. You push it out. You see how after you kick, you just hold your balance this way. See that? That's how you, yeah, there you go. You keep doing that over and over. See? That's one of the skills that we'll teach you. And then you begin to progress. You move back a little more. So you can kick in a straight line. What we're trying to do is we're trying to teach you to feel the ball, you know? Because in rugby now, a lot of people, they still kick spiral, which is across the ball. But when you kick end over end, it cuts through the air. And so if the wind's blowing and stuff, the ball flying this way, you cut through the air and you actually go further. And you have better control of the ball. Because a lot of times when you kick spiral, you can slice it, but this is a short kick. So this is how you practice. You just keep your knee up if you're right foot or left foot, and then, try and kick it straight. So find a partner real quick if there's enough balls. Just practice. Real quick. Find a partner if you have.
You're gonna keep kick.
Jog in. Guys, that's the biggest thing. Just remember, when you do this drill,
They're getting closer to him because they're getting their coat.
If you have a good base of balance, that's where most of your power is going to come from. If you're standing up straight, you don't have your balance, it's awkward, you won't have a power. And the reason why we do this drill, we always do this at the Eagle Camp for all those that kick and stuff. The reason why you do this drill is so that you get used to it. You've seen international rugby when they get ready to kick the ball out. They hold it there low and then they come in and boom, across, And that's some of the skills that we're going to be teaching at the camp. Basic passing. I tell you what, by the time we finish with the camp, we have flyers to pass out for you. One of the biggest things that I was surprised when I went to Ireland was our props. They could pass the ball 30 meters easy off both hands. And it's because we taught them how to really pass the ball. They taught us how to pass the ball, have a good strong base, how the ball comes off your hand, smoothly and stuff. And that's one thing that you'll be able to learn if you come to the camps, Serevi camps. We'll teach you how to kick, how to pass, and just really make you guys, better rugby players. And then later on, you can look back and say, I learned the right way. I learned how to do things, so that you won't be scared like me when you go to camp. For the next training. So, any questions? Okay. So real quick, just a review. Once you learn how to do that, and then from there you can operate sideways, because your foot is like a hinge. Your knee comes out automatic, And a lot of times, what we do is we stand there like this and get your flexibility up, So you stand there, boom, with the ball in your hand. So you can kick the ball, have better control. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
This guy, he knows what it's talking about.
We have several coaches here. I'd like you to meet them before you go.
Okay, sure.
What we're going to do is transition. Let's give these guys a hand for coming. Let's transition. The backs will head over there. Even the fly halves. If the fly halves and scrum halves didn't finish what y'all were doing, you need to finish before you head over. But the backs are playing touch right now, and I want all